We have breaking news today on a U.S. pastor who is locked up in Iran, who has spent months in a notoriously brutal prison simply because of his Christian faith. Welcome, everybody. Brand new hour starting now at America's Newsroom. I'm Martha McCallum.
And I'm Bill Hemmer. Good morning. Pastor Saeed Abedini, a married father of two, says he left his Boise, Idaho home to start an orphanage in Iran, but was arrested there on charges of trying to spread Christianity in that country.
Jordan Seculo is executive director of the American Center for Law and Justice, and he joins us now with this breaking news. Jordan, good morning. You have been fighting for more recognition of this for a long time with the U.S. government. What's your news this morning?
Well, we're going to have a congressional hearing this Friday. We found out over the weekend we were asked to participate, as well as Naghmeh Abedini, Pastor Saeed's wife, in a hearing before the Tom Lantos Human Rights Commission, which is completely bipartisan in the House of Representatives. Many of the members of this commission, including the two co-chairs, were part of the bipartisan letter last month to Secretary Kerry asking him to do more. So this is not a Republican-Democrat issue, but instead really Congress and who's doing everything they can, but the administration who's been ignoring them. So we're going to actually be able to testify to present Saeed's case to the House of Representatives, to the commission, and also the State Department's been invited to participate, so they will also be there and subject to the questioning of these members of Congress who have asked for more.
Pastor Saeed, obviously, as you point out, is an American citizen. I think so many people have been shocked that they don't know about this, that they're not aware that there's an American pastor who is being held simply because he's a Christian. We've spoken with you, spoken with his wife several times here in America's Newsroom, and she made it clear that he has been told that if he would simply renounce his Christianity, he could go home, but he won't do it. So how do you think this might change things on Friday? Well,
this can be what we've been working towards. You know, why she's doing the interviews, why we're here, why we're telling the story so publicly, why we take every opportunity. His life is in jeopardy. He's suffering right now from internal bleeding. He's not getting the medical care he needs. We are working on efforts to secure that and the proper medical treatment. But this congressional action, by them taking the action to call the State Department before the commission, to call us to testify before the commission. I'll be there sitting next to Naghmeh Abedini, who everyone has seen who watches Fox News, and we're going to be presenting this. It's going to be official, and that will then lead to, I think, a direct congressional effort for the administration to answer more questions and to ensure that when they say every once in a while through the spokespeople of the State Department or White House, they're doing what they can, they want him to be released, they believe he should be released, that they're actually going to start saying he must be released and that they're actually doing these efforts.
Do you think they'll be able to get anywhere with that? I mean, they have not been successful in the past. The Iranian government seems to feel no responsibility to listen to our government on these matters.
Well, I think they were successful with the hikers. You know, we're going to go through with this at the hearing. The number of times the administration spoke out for the hikers. There's the missing FBI agent. The administration has no problem speaking out. At a minimum, we expect that for an American citizen, as Saeed is, the government to come and make it clear to Iran that this is important. But this administration has ignored calls from Congress, both the House, bipartisan calls to do more, and the Senate. I mean, Senator Graham asked the president to directly get involved. We, of course, know that the president has not done that. Naghmeh Abedini hasn't gotten phone calls from the president or the Secretary of State.
Why do you think that is? Why would the president not be very interested in this issue?
I think there is one issue which it's controversial, but because of his religious conversion. And this hearing focuses on religious freedom as well in Iran, and there will be other faith groups represented. But that because he's a convert and he's not a political opponent of the regime, he's not a political prisoner, if you will, in the classic sense, that it's somehow more controversial to this administration. But I'm not sure how a person who is a Christian being imprisoned in Iran is any more controversial than a retired FBI agent or hikers that end up possibly, going over the border. He had a right to be there. He didn't violate any laws by going in. He was cleared to go in. His orphanage has been cleared, as we've discussed. But I have to thank Congressman Frank Wolf, and the co-chair of the commission as well, as a Democrat congressman who's been outspoken on this, Jim McGovern from Massachusetts. You know,
he brings attention to the larger issue of these underground churches in so many countries in the world where Christians are being persecuted for trying to carry out their Christian faith in these churches. It's something that people need to be a lot more aware of. Thank you so much, Jordan. We'll be watching, of course, on Friday, and we'll look forward to speaking with you and Naghmeh afterwards. Thank you very much.
Thank you.